Hello, my name is Jason. I'm a dental assistant here in this office. Today I'll be showing you the competency to daily routine closing the office. Before you begin, the first thing you need to do is come over here and wash your hands in the sink. You can then don your gloves and protective eyewear. Once that is completed, you may begin cleaning the treatment rooms in the office. This will involve an in-depth cleaning of the dental unit and chair, as well as the dental assisting units. To start off, you can begin cleaning the low-speed and high-speed handpiece, bringing them over to a sink and fully extending it, and toggling the flush button for 20 to 30 seconds, as well as the high-speed handpiece over the sink, fully extended, and the syringe air water syringe for 20 to 30 seconds. Once that is completed, you may move on to the dental assistant units. And here you can move this over a sink, or if preferred, in a cup where you can flush the air water system for 20 to 30 seconds. Then you can move on to the oral evacuators. So then you may start with the HVE evacuator, and with a clean solution, you can begin suctioning with the on position while running the solution through the entire hose, as well as the saliva ejector with the on toggle button and suctioning the cleaning solution to remove any biofilm that may develop throughout the day inside the hose. Once that is completed, you can then move on to cleaning the traps and filters where debris may get stuck from suctioning in the hose, as well as the oil trap here and filter trap in the main unit. After that, you may move on to maintaining the water reservoirs, making sure that the water reservoir is properly in its place, as well as removing the solution so that the openers can prepare on the next day. This involves the water reservoir on the main unit, as well as the assistant unit, which can be located behind. Once that is completed, you can then bring up the dental chair for evening house cleaning all the way up, so that you may be able to sweep through the room and remove any debris or dust that can be lingering. After that is complete, then you can begin shutting off the master units, as well as the assistant unit, and making your way to the air and vacuum system for the entire office and shutting them off. Then you can begin moving on to the processing room, where you will be processing, mounting, and filing the x-rays for the patients you had during the day. After cleaning the treatment rooms, you can then move on into the processing room, where you may digitally process and mount and file the x-rays for the patients you had during the day and preparing them for the next day. In this case, we have a digital processing unit where it can be done through the computer. Once that is complete, you can then move on to wiping down the counters and turning off the safe light, as well as the light for the room. Once you have completed processing and filing the x-rays in the processing lab, you can then move on to the sterilization room, where you may sterilize all instruments, set up trays for the next day, as well as emptying the ultrasonic solutions and shutting off any other equipment that may be in the sterilization room, as well as the lights for the dirty and clean areas, as well as resupplying whatever may need to be stocked. After completing the duties in the sterilization room, you can then move on to the business area where you can then make sure all laboratory cases have been sent out, as well as receiving early morning laboratory cases to prep for the next day. Once you have ensured that all laboratory cases have been sent out and early morning laboratory cases have been received, you can then remove your PPE and begin washing your hands. After that, you may make your way back to the business office where you can then confirm and complete appointment schedules for the next day, as well as insurance forms, daily bookkeeping responsibilities, as well as pulling charts for the next day or reviewing patient information on the computer. Once that is completed, you can then begin turning off business equipment such as computers, printers, and turning on the answer machine or service, as well as locking patient and business office files. After that, you can then make your way to the reception room and straighten the reception room to tidy up and make it look nice and neat. And for the security of the office, all doors and windows should be locked, which you should be double checking. Moving on from the reception room and security of office and all doors and windows, you can then change from your uniform to your street clothes following the OSHA guidelines and make your way to the staff lounge where you can then turn off machines in the staff lounge, as well as cleaning and wiping tables or counters. After that is completed, you may turn off all the lights in the office, such as the treatment rooms, processing lab, the sterilization room, and make your way to the front doors where you can then lock the door as you leave.